All right then, Reese. This is the part you've been waiting for now. Now, the sports direct king himself, Mike Ashley, found a little bit of money down the side of the sofa, and he's gone, you know what? Let's get a few lads in because we need some bodies. So, Jamal Lewis and Ryan Fraser, we'll let you start, Reese. Elaborate on those signings for us. What do you think?
Yeah, they've actually, well, Newcastle this transfer window look to be proactive, which is at least a little encouraging. I think when you look to the past and the failed takeover attempt and the takeover attempt that's essentially on the table at the moment from a consortium in Paris. I think there's a lot that Mike Ashley needs to do to the club to be able to maintain its value. I think, especially after the COVID pandemic, there's a lot of financial hardship that has hit the club. I think already fans were boycotting games and things, so this hasn't helped. They have to invest in the club in order for Newcastle to stay in the Premier League. I think Steve Bruce isn't good enough for Newcastle. Newcastle United, considered the squad they have, and they do need to considerably add to it to be able to stay in the Premier League. That being said, they've signed Jeff Hendrick, very underwhelming signing. I'm glad that he's not the only player we've been linked to this summer.
Jeff, that was his big move.
Yeah, not for me. But you've got Jeff Hendrick, who has signed, who adds depth to the midfield, and you've got Jamal Lewis, who apparently is getting signed from Norwich for about 13 million, I think it was, which is a very, very good sum of money for a young attacking fullback who can either come into a back five, which is where I would have him, or he can come into a back four with two very experienced centre halves next to him. So I've got no problem with that one at all. You've got Ryan Fraser, who's been linked. To be honest, I think there's been a mistake. I think Mike Ashley has gone out and told his advisors to acquire Fraser and Lewis, namely House of Fraser and John Lewis. But he's actually ended up with Ryan Fraser and Jamal Lewis, which is absolutely fine with me. And they've also been linked with Wilson. So if they can get over the line, fantastic. 3 good signings for a change, rather than bin dipping signings like Jeff Hendrick is. And if they can get these 3 over the line, that's a huge window for Newcastle because they've got a good defence. They probably need full-back cover, which they're addressing at left-back. But huge window for Newcastle.